Hi everyone, this is Bimunni from first year BGC. Today I am going to explain about study of Elphidium. Just wait, I am sharing the screen. Okay, today we are discussing about structure of the Elphidium. Okay, commonly we are known as Elphidium, also Polystromella. Okay, it is the Elphidium is belongs to the phylum of Protozoa. Okay, Elphidium is we are also known as Elphidium crispus. Elphidium, it is a marine animal. We know that Elphidium is an animal is marine water. It is present in the marine water. It is a dimorphic form. We know that it is the Elphidium is present in the marine water, and it is a free living marine found creep on seaweeds to a depth of 300 fathoms. It is belongs to order of Foraminiferae and genus is Elphidium. Next species is Crispus. Okay, now we are discussing about habit and habitat. These are the topics in the Elphidium: dimorphism and shell, cytoplasm, locomotion and nutrition, and respiration, and reproduction and life cycle of the Elphidium. It is a acellular. We know that acellular, it means what? A single cell function completed, or what it may be, the single cell controlling the all functions is called as acellular. Yes, it is a pale yellow in color. We know that it is a pale yellow color and covered by a biconvex shell. What is the meant by prolaculum? Now, what is the meant by prolaculum? The first formed chamber is called as prolaculum. Next, habit and habitat. The Elphidium is a free living marine found creep on seaweeds to a depth of 300 fathoms. 1 fathom is equal to 1.8 meters. We know that it is a free living animal. It is present in marine water or sea water. It is present in bottom of the oceans. It is covered by a hard translucent covered. It is made with calcium carbonate. Okay, and some inorganic like cilia and magnesium. Okay, it is next we are discussing about. We know that Elphidium is a dimorphic form. Elphidium we are also known as cell animalcule. Why we are called as cell animalcule? Why? Because of it is covered by a hard translucent shell. So we are called as cell animalcule. Okay, now we are discussing about cytoplasm. What is meant by cytoplasm? Where it is present. Okay, the cytoplasm is present in the chambers of the Elphidium. Okay, in the cytoplasm, two types are present. Okay, first one is the ectoplasm and another one is endoplasm. What is meant by ectoplasm? Here, ectoplasm, it means outside the behind shell is called as ectoplasm. Okay, next, what is meant by endoplasm? Inside the chamber. Inside the chamber filled with the cytoplasm. Which cytoplasm? Inner cytoplasm is known as ectoplasm. Here in the inner cytoplasm containing some of particles. What are those? Nucleus, food particles, minute vacuole, Golgi apparens, mitochondria, and here next ribosomes and xanthosome are present. but here the contractor vacuole are absent in the cytoplasm, inner cytoplasm. Here the Elphidium is don't have mouth and it absent of contractile vacuole, but here it is present food vacuole. Here what is the absent? Contractile vacuole. Next, here dimorphism. It means two. It shows two forms. Which shows? Elphidium shows. Okay. Here dimorphism. It means two. Okay. What are those? Microsporic forms and megalosporic form. Okay. What is meant by micro? Micro it means it is a small in size, we can't see with our eyes. Mega it means big or large. Okay, microsporic form and megalosporic form. What is the difference in between these? The microsporic form have prolaculum. What is meant by prolaculum? The first chamber. Okay, the first chamber is known as prolaculum. Yes, here in the microsporic form the prolaculum is small in size, and in the megalosporic form totally different or opposite. Okay, in the microsporic form the prolaculum is small in size, in the megalosporic form the prolaculum is big in size. Okay, next in the Elphidium microsporic form have many nuclei. Many it means more than two nuclei. Nucleus is called as many nuclei, or poly is called in the present in cytoplasm. Elphidium has shells. The shells is filled with cytoplasm. Okay, it's filled with cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, many nuclei are present when in the microsporic form. But in the megalosporic form, a single nucleus is present. A single nucleus is present. Okay, but it is a large in size. In the microsporic form, it is a small in size. We are see here difference in between microsporic and megalosporic. Okay, the prolaculum is small in size in the microsporic form, and the prolaculum is big in size in megalosporic form. Here the what is the difference in between nucleus and nuclei? The small pieces of nucleus is called as nuclei, or the small size of nucleus is called as nuclei. The large one nuclei, okay, then it exhibits asexual reproduction. Which exhibits asexual reproduction? Microsporic form, it exhibits asexual reproduction. In megalosporic form, it exhibits sexual reproduction. Here microsporic form takes place asexual reproduction and produce megalosporic form. Here megalosporic form takes place sexual reproduction and produce microsporic form. Here those are coming alternately, so we are called as alternation of generation. Okay, here next coming to here pseudopodia. We forgot now pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is a net-like structure. Okay, what are the locomotory organs in the Elphidia? What are the locomotory organs? Pseudopodia. Yes, here pseudopodia is a locomotory organ. Which type of? Reticulopodia type of pseudopodia present in the Elphidium. Here reticulopodia is a type of pseudopodia. It is a net-like structure. We know that it is a net-like structure used by the trapping of prey. We know. Then It is a pseudopodia is a locomotory organ. These reticulopodia produced by the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm producing the reticulopodia. Okay. Now here we are clearly seen in pictures. Here in the megalosporic form the nucleus is large in size, but here in the microsporic form a small nuclei or many polynuclei is present in the microsporic form, and it is have small in size prolaculum, but in the megalosporic form it have prolaculum is large in size. Okay, what is meant by prolaculum? The first chamber is known as prolaculum. Yes. Now we are discussing about locomotion. Locomotion. What is meant by locomotion? Locomotion it means movement. Okay. In the Elphidium is a motile form. What is meant by motile? Yes, motile it means it have movement and it is slowly creeping along the sand at the sea floor. Yes, it is present in the marine water, we know that. And the pseudopodia, what is the function of the pseudopodia? Pseudopodia helps in movement, and they are fixed to the substratum by their distal ends. Okay. Here the what is the locomotory organs? Reticulopodia. It is formed with cytoplasm and reticulopodia type of pseudopodia present in the Elphidium. Okay, next nutrition in the Elphidium. Nutrition. What is meant by nutrition? Food. Yes, food. In the Elphidium, food. It is Elphidium is an amnivorous. We know that Elphidium is a amnivorous. And nutrition. Which nutrition present in the Elphidium? Holozoic. Holozoic nutrition present in the Elphidium. Yes. Here it feeds on protozoans, algae, diatoms, and crustacean larvae, etc. These are the food materials of the Elphidium. Okay. Then here cytoplasm is present in the Elphidium. We know that. Here in the cytoplasm one enzyme is present. Which enzyme? Yes, here one enzyme is present. The enzyme name is proteolytic enzyme. What is the function of proteolytic enzyme? Yes, here what is the function of the proteolytic enzyme? It means the prey is trapped by pseudopodial net and get surrounded cytoplasm. Yes. Then which containing the food vacuole? The proteolytic enzyme present in the cytoplasm and digested the food vacuole. Digested food diffuse into a shell and is assimilated. Here the proteolytic enzyme is used to the digested the food vacuole. It is present in cytoplasm. Yes, it is a proteolytic enzyme is present in the cytoplasm. It is used to the digestion the food vacuole. Yes, this is the nutrition of the Elphidium. Here then respiration. Respiration. Which process present in the respiration Elphidium? The respiration takes place body by the process of diffusion. Yes, the respiration takes place by body by the process of diffusion. And when In the Elphidium, the oxygen enter into the body, helps in oxidation of glucose, releasing the products water and carbon dioxide, which are also excreted to the external through diffusion, also through the process of diffusion. Some waste materials in the body, those also excreted by the process of diffusion. Yes, it is the respiration of the Elphidium. Okay, coming to the osmoregulation. Yes, here osmoregulation. Osmoregulation, it means what? Low concentration to high concentration. In the Elphidium, it is present in marine, we know that, are seawater, and the osmotic pressure of the Elphidium and seawater concentration is both are same. So what here, the condition is equal. So here the seawater cannot be what? Cannot be enter into the Elphidium body. Why? Because here the seawater concentration and Elphidium inside the body concentration is equal. So the body is cannot be enter into the body. But here when the Elphidium is present in the fresh water, it is definitely death. Why? Because of in the body of Elphidium is high concentration, but in the fresh water the low concentration is present. So it is Elphidium inside the body water is going to the outside of the fresh water, then it is definitely death in position. So it is present in marine water, and the sea water cannot be entered into the body of the Elphidium. Here the osmotic pressure of its protoplasm and surrounded medium are same, hence water does not enter into the body. Okay, then come to the excretion. Okay, now excretion. It excretes some of the waste materials in the Elphidium body. How it is excreted through the body? By the process of diffusion. Yes, here it excretes nitrogenous wastage during catabolism of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. Okay, it also excretes colored particles. What the colored particles are called? Xanthosomes. We are here discussed xanthosomes. It is present in cytoplasm, which are formed by the digestion of diatoms. When it is give the food diatoms, it wastage is xanthosomes. So these nitrogenous wastes and xanthosomes are excreted by the process of diffusion. Yes, correctly. Okay, next we are discussing about reproduction. Okay, now we are discussing about reproduction. Elphidium life cycle. Here we know that Elphidium is a dimorphic form. What are those? Yes, microsporic form and megalosporic form. In the Elphidium, two types of reproduction is present. Okay, first of all, asexual reproduction is present and sexual reproduction. These two types of reproduction. Okay, here what is meant by asexual reproduction? What is meant by asexual reproduction? Yes, here without fusing of gametes. Yes, without fusing of gametes is known as asexual reproduction. Yes, here without fusing of gametes is known as asexual reproduction. Again here, what is meant by sexual reproduction? What is meant by sexual reproduction? Yes, here the fusing of gametes. Here asexual reproduction without fusing of gametes, but here sexual reproduction fusing of gametes is known as sexual reproduction. Which takes place asexual reproduction? Microsporic form. Yes. Which takes place sexual reproduction? Megalosporic form. Here megalosporic form is formed by the microsporic form, and the microsporic form formed by the megalosporic form. Or the sexual reproduction to asexual reproduction, or asexual reproduction to sexual reproduction. Correctly, this is the alternate. We are known as alternation of generation. Okay, now asexual reproduction. What is meant by asexual? Without fusing of gametes. Yes, without fusing of gametes is known as asexual reproduction. The Elphidium microsporic form takes place asexual reproduction. Yes, and the microsporic form is undergo multiple fusion. Here, what is meant by multiple fusion? Yes, here multiple fusion is means one cell. What? One cell is divided into a number of cells is called as multiple fusion. One cell is divided that to number of cell formation is known as multiple fusion. It is takes place in sexual or asexual? Sexual. It is takes place in asexual reproduction. The each one nuclei around the cytoplasm. These each one nucleus, the cytoplasm, around the cytoplasm. Okay, and it is look like a amoeba. The middle nucleus is present surrounded by cytoplasm, so it is look like a amoeba. So we are look like amoeba like formation, so we are called as that amoebulae. What is meant by amoebulae? The nucleus around the cytoplasm look like as an amoeba, so we are called as amoebulae. Exactly. Next, it is look like a. Next, it is divided into a two chambers. Then what divided into amoebulae? Amoebulae is divided into a two chambers. Next, after the division of the two chambers, it is divided into a three chambers formed. Three chambers are formed, and these three chambers are known adult. In adult, it form a megalosporic form. Here we observe here the asexual reproduction is takes place by microsporic form and produced by megalosporic form. Yes, exactly, it is correct. Next, what is the topic? Asexual reproduction. Here in the picture you see reproduction and life cycle of the Elphidium. Here clarity. Yes, here sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Next, sexual reproduction. Okay, sexual reproduction. What is meant by sexual reproduction? Here, the fusing of gametes is known as sexual reproduction. In the Elphidium, the sexual reproduction is undergo Megalosporic form. The megalosporic form takes place sexual reproduction and produced by megalosporic form. Yes, exactly. Here the Elphidium is releasing the male and female gametes. These are have a pair of flagella. Okay, a pair of, or each one have two flagella. Which have flagella here? The gametes, male and female gametes are male and female gametes are have flagellas. Why those have flagella here? Why? Because of those by the momentum. We know that these are the locomotory organs. Flagellas also. Flagella, cilia, reticulopodia. We know that here gametes have flagella. Why these are help? What is the use of flagella? Here the use of flagella is these are moved from one place to another place. Here one place to another place these are moving, and when these two are fusing, here we are learn one topic. What is meant by isogametes? Iso it means same. Gamete it means gametes. The male and female gametes. Iso it means same, and gametes it means male and female gametes. Okay, here what is meant by isogamy? Isogametes. Same size, equal size of gametes is known as isogametes. Yes, correctly. It is isogametes. So what is isogametes? The same size, equal size of gametes is known as isogametes. Next, isogametes. It's over. Next, isogamy. Iso it means same. Here isogamy it means these two flagellas are fused with each other is formed zygotes. These two male and female gametes are which stage? End stage. The male also end stage, and female gamete also end stage. The fusing of both is known as zygote. And it is which in stage? Which stage? N. Which state? 2n state. Okay. Now here what is meant by isogamy? It means two different individual fusion of the similar gametes. It's known as isogamy. Okay, these gametes are fusing with each other and form a zygote. It is a 2n stage, and it is a diploid nucleus. Yeah, yes, it is a diploid nuclei. It is undergo the adult microsporic form. Yes, correctly. It is a microsporic form. Here the megalosporic form, the sexual reproduction. It is a megalosporic form takes place sexual reproduction and produced by microsporic form. Yes, correctly. Here the microsporic form takes place a sexual reproduction and produced the megalosporic form. Yes, and the megalosporic form takes place sexual reproduction and it is produced microsporic form. Yes, and this is the totally life cycle of the Elphidium. These are coming with one by one. It means a microsporic and megalosporic. Megalosporic like this. It is totally is known as alternation of generation. Yes, it is correct. Here we are also known as megalosporic form by megalosporic sporic form formed by the microsporic form, and microsporic form is formed by the megalosporic form. Or sexual reproduction to asexual reproduction, or asexual reproduction to sexual reproduction. Yes, exactly correct. Next, this is a total life cycle of the Elphidium. This Elphidium is present in marine water or oceans or sea water. It is the chambers are V-shaped, and here the mouth is absent, Elphidium, and it is belongs to the phylum of Protozoa. We are Elphidium. We are also known as Polistomella. Yes, this is the totally life cycle of the Elphidium. Thank you to all.